Go to audible.com for your free audiobook download.
You know, Scott.
Yes, Randy Orton?
I think that's...
Sorry, I waited for you to say more. I'm such a keen listener because I love Audible so much, so I'm keen to listen.
Wait a minute. Audible makes you a good listener?
Yeah. Randy Orton, Audible makes me a great listener.
Scott, I love listening.
Do you?
I love listening.
You listen.
I love sound.
You tend to listen a lot while you speak.
I love.
Well, Randy, the great part is you can get a free audiobook download at www.audibletrial.com/comedy podcast network.
I love it.
Well, good, because it's free. You get a free audiobook. So there's over 100,000 titles to choose from.
Over.
Uh-oh. Don't number them all. Yeah, yep. 100,000.
Yep.
Oh,
love it.
That's great. You can listen to them on the road with all your buddies. You can listen to it on your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, or your MP3 player.
Thanks, curtain jerks.
You're welcome, Randy.
Thanks.
Jeez.
Curtain jerks.
You're welcome. You're listening to Curtain Jerks on the Comedy Podcast Network. I am Scott Narver.
I'm Steve Sears.
And we are comedians who work, and some of us live in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Some of us don't.
No, some of us live in a myriad of different places. A myriad.
A myriad?
It's spelled M-Y-R-I-A-D. Oh, M-Y-R-A-I-D.
Myriad.
Myradian.
And we're not well educated, too.
No.
That's why we're huge professional wrestling fans,
Yeah.
and every week we give you the funny that is all of professional wrestling.
It's a lot.
Speaking of which, the race to Curtain Jerks GM coming up a little bit later in the show. Results of last week's survival debate between Randy Orton's feces versus Rey Mysterio. It's coming up.
Barn burner. Real barn burner.
Yeah, you're going to have to listen to find out. So I got to ask Steve, how are auditions going?
Auditions are going pretty good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why do you bring that up?
Because people want to know. People want to know about our lives.
Yeah. I guess you could say I'm an auditioning actor in Los Angeles as well as a comedian.
What have you auditioned for lately?
A music video.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Kavinsky. The guy who does the Electro Clash. He did the theme song for Drive.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the Stallone one?
No,
or the
no.
Gosling one?
The Gosling one.
Oh.
Gosling,
the other one was
like
driven.
a baby swan.
Well, that explains your hair.
Yeah.
You got like swan tail feathers going
That's
up right
because
now.
I don't know how to use these headphones.
Who'd you read as?
So I don't know what I was supposed to be. I think I was going as like the double for Kavinsky, which is just this really skinny looking Romanian guy.
Okay.
He might be Russian. Oh God, white guilt. Rushmanian. And so I go in and I have a pair of Ray-Bans because I think that's what he wears all the time. And I go in and everybody at the audition are big bodybuilders with piercings and tattoos.
You're a bodybuilder.
Yeah,
not in the traditional sense.
I build bodies with Legos.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Yeah. I spend all my time at the gym working with Connects.
Yeah.
And it turns out they had everybody auditioning for roles through by doing switching. So I had to be a guy who was intimidated while someone bossed me around. Pretty easy. And then I had to boss this guy around, and that was auditioning for 4 different roles, but you don't know what they are.
Right.
So I auditioned with this guy who was a bodybuilder, and he was really buff, and he pushed me around, and I was super intimidated, and I totally biffed that. I got a frog.
Cut it out, buddy.
I was like, hey, man, I thought we were just supposed to be having fun.
You called him gay man?
Yes, I called him, hey, gay man.
Hey, gay man. Cut it out.
Gay man.
Because when you tried to shove him, he was all oiled up.
Yeah, my hands slipped on his body. And then we switched, and I had to intimidate this guy, and you were told, okay, so sit in this chair,
okay,
and Someone's going to intimidate you, and then it's up to you to decide if you want to fight them or if you want to walk away.
Or
No
fuck
play
them.
fighting. Yeah. Or fuck them.
Fight them or fuck them.
And so I immediately was
Fucked
like,
him.
I was like, I backed down because he was super buff. And then it was my turn, and I had to intimidate him. And I was like,
Psychological warfare, man.
I don't.
Jake the Snake Roberts, not the biggest guy in the fight. Psychological warfare.
Yeah, but I couldn't memorize the Bible to save my life.
Raven.
Ah.
Psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare.
Torn up jorts gets in your head.
Well, those
were perfectly good jorts.
This is
Raven.
what I
What are you
did.
doing?
This is what I did. 'Cause
Okay.
this was my psychological warfare. So I go up to this guy who was obviously 8 times bigger than me, and he's made out of
Small balls.
a brick wall. And so I go up to him, and I instantly, in the back of my mind, I remembered what they told me. Like I remember what life told me, which was, what are bullies? Bullies are bad guys in 80s movies. Bullies are punks in 80s movies. They're guys wearing Letterman jackets. So immediately I go up to him and I'm like, oh yeah, there's 6 guys behind me all wearing Letterman jackets. We're all wearing Letterman jackets. I use the power of my imagination, Scott.
Use the power of Letterman's jackets.
Yeah, so I went up to him and was like, hey man, mind if we all have a slice of your pizza? And I turned it into an 80s movie. It was pretty fun.
Was he confused by there only being one of you?
Yes, I could see it in his eyes. Immediately he was like,
Hold on a second.
what is this guy doing?
One? Oh, wait, I only see one.
And immediately he made the decision to fight me, which was a good decision because I then had to tap dance around him and get out of it.
Did he roughhouse you?
No, he didn't. No touching. A lot of psychological roughhousing.
No touching! No touching!
No,
This is
no,
fake!
no touching.
No touching!
Which is also the name of my acting book, No Touching. So I appreciate you giving me a time to promote my book, Scott.
King of Segways.
King of
That's
Segways.
what I is. Speaking of which, who's not making a lot of money? THQ. Bankrupt.
Bone dry.
I love THQ. It really bums me out.
What else do they do
THQ
besides WWE?
Video game
I'm taking
company.
these fucking headphones off.
God.
I'm taking these goddamn headphones off.
Looks like
I
you're wearing a bad
couldn't even
wig.
hear you. I couldn't even hear you.
Well, I speak softly.
Carry a big dick.
I should really put this down. THQ, video game makers, they make the WWE games, and they also made the UFC Undisputed games.
What did they make before that?
Before that, they've also made Saints Row. I love those games.
What did they make before that?
Darksiders. First one was meh.
Yeah.
I've never played the second one. I don't know. They made a lot of games. What? I gotta look all this shit up.
No, I just remember like when THQ started, there was like some very specific games, and now they sort of went powerhouse. I just remember there being weirder games at the beginning.
They had we talked about earlier. Red Faction.
Ah, okay.
Blowing up buildings and stuff. Like they have a lot of fun games.
How did they go broke with so many amazing franchises?
I don't know. I don't understand how you can go broke when you have games that come out every year that make seemingly a lot of money. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you know what I imagine?
I don't get it.
In the basement of THQ headquarters, I imagine a Scrooge McDuck with a broken neck because he had jumped into their vault and there was no coins. Yeah.
Oh, I figured he jumped onto the coins, broke his neck, and went, "Why do we have so many coins?
Why would I swim in this?
Where's the bills?"
That's what he should have been swimming in.
Right? Just dirty, dirty bills.
How much cocaine is on 300 pounds worth of singles? Did you hear about this?
No?
There's like, if you accumulate
We
enough...
don't read the same news stuff, you and me.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No.
I don't read news. I can't read.
Well, there's that. You were telling me a thing. You just stopped telling me.
Yeah, it sounded
cocaine.
stupid halfway through. I was like, whatever.
Well, okay, this is clearly what happened in THQ's
Yeah,
board meetings.
I was
That
about
some
to
guy's
say-
like, "Hey, how much cocaine can you put on $300 bills?"
I don't know. You want to find out? No, it's okay.
Hey,
Let's burn all the money I was talking about.
Yeah. So this kind of workmanship made THQ go completely bankrupt. Take-Two Interactive has purchased the WWE video game license.
This is exciting because these are the people that have underneath their umbrella.
They have a lot
Rockstar.
of stuff. I looked them up. Yeah, they got Rockstar games. They got BioShock. They got Borderlands.
They also have 2K, right, which does all of the
Sports stuff.
all the. Yeah, I was about to say all that sports stuff.
All that sports stuff.
Are any of those games fun?
I don't play them.
I think I'm trying to remember the last sports game I played was NBA Jam, like on somebody's Super Nintendo.
I play those games. I play NBA Jam. I enjoy that because it's over the top.
Yeah, well, that's what sports are, Scott.
Well, that's the thing. I like THQ because they made UFC, which I like because you could punch a dude in the face or kick him in the face, and then you had the WWE 12 where you could hit or 13, you hit a guy in the face with a chair.
I'd love to see a UFC jam.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, if someone gets kicked in the face and then their head swells up.
He's on fire.
Yeah.
Dear God, he's actually on fire.
Yeah, and then you have 3 punches in a row and you get this blue flame all over you.
That'd
Your
be
mitts
sweet.
light on fire.
What
was the WWE All-Stars? Was that the wrestling NBA Jam version?
Yeah, like a super fighting game.
The game of the summer, 3 summers ago.
Where everybody's completely roided out to the nines.
They all look like they're in rock and roll wrestling, right?
Yeah, they do. Well, this is weird. I thought it's like, all right, THQ goes bankrupt. We lose out in the WWE game. They're gonna do something else.
Scott, but what about the promises? What about the promises?
That's what I'm saying is on our podcast at the beginning of the year, Triple H came on the show, and that was the big thing that he was saying that was the big project WWE had was WWE 14. There's going to be multiple covers of the game. He said, I believe Taka Michinoku was going to be on one of the covers.
Well, that's a big deal to have him on the cover. But I mean, is there going to be any follow through, Scott? I mean, I want to know if WWE 14 is going to be as real as we know it should be.
Well, while you were looking up remixed videos of guys talking about a car accident that they were in,
reality hits you hard, bro.
Does it? I wasn't watching what you're doing. I was getting Triple H on the phone and having him jet in here.
Oh, really? So he's here right now?
He's in the lobby.
Oh, let's bring him in.
But we don't have a GM, so I don't know if he can figure out how to get in here.
I'll go get the door.
Oh, all right. Well, that makes sense. Well, so everybody, please welcome back on the podcast, Triple H.
Time to say, look, guys, I have to have a couple clarifications. I should probably tell you first,
Okay.
So, time to say I'm sorry and let me explain.
Okay, please do. All the listeners want to know, Triple H, what's going on?
Look, a lot of people are going to be pretty nervous about this whole THQ thing, They're going to be nervous, but let me tell you one thing, all right? Everything's going to be cool. Everything's going to be real cool, Scott and Steve.
Everything's going to be cool?
Yeah. Coming up, Take Two takes over the WWE license. Everything's gonna be cool from now on. THQ was the past, all right? So think about it this way.
Okay.
Now WWE 14, it's gonna be kind of cool.
So, all right, are the games still going to be called by the same thing? It was WWE 12, WWE 13, WWE 14?
Well, due to those, those poor money managers at THQ, they somehow copyrighted WWE from us for video game licensing. So we're not going to be able to call it WWE or SmackDown versus Raw or Raw versus SmackDown or SmackDown or even, Raw.
Wait, you've lost all licensing to all of your brand names?
That's just the name, Scott, but the brand, the brand is still going to be there. If you think about it, the brand's still going to be there. What we're coming out in 2013 is going to be wrestling.
Wrestling?
The game.
Wrestling?
Number 1.
Wrestling the game number 1?
That's right. Roman numeral I.
What? Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. Maybe, because heart attacks are pretty serious. But I'm a pretty funny guy. Triple H is a pretty funny guy.
Well, okay. Wrestling the game number 1.
It's got quite a ring to it. Think about it. We in the creative, we came up with that.
Well, let me ask you this. Since you can't call it WWE or Raw or WrestleMania or any of those things, are all the wrestlers we know going to be in the game by their name?
All right, Scott. Very good question. All right, very good question.
You're sweating right now.
I'm a bodybuilder. I build my body. All right. I'm sweating now because I'm burning over 1,000 calories just by flexing my abs.
You don't have to. You're on an audio show.
Put your hand on my shirt, on this dress shirt.
I'd prefer
Put your hand on this dress shirt.
I'd prefer not to.
Oh, there it is. Cheese grater.
Ow!
Cheese grater.
Ow!
Cheese grater.
Ow!
Those are my abs.
Ow!
You need some Band-Aids? Here's 6 Band-Aids.
Thanks. Why do you have 6?
Because that's what happens when people get cheese grated on my abs. No,
Oh,
Scott, don't.
six-pack,
Yeah,
I get
don't
it.
get me sidetracked, all right? Listen to this. So, just because we don't have the likenesses of our own wrestlers, just hear me out.
Likenesses? You don't
What
even
we
have the
have
likenesses?
Is a very intense create a wrestler where you can make all the wrestlers you want to see. They look just like the guys, you got your Taka Michinoku's and your Stone Cold Steve Austin's, and you've also got your Macho Man Randy Savage.
Wait a minute. Are you just adding oons at the end of every wrestler's name?
Yeah, that's how their titles are going to show up in the game.
So why not call it WWE or Raun or SmackDown?
That's a great idea, Scott. I wish I knew that when I was in the meeting.
There's no way that I can influence you this much. There's no way that fans can influence you this much if they just speak to you.
Scott, are you serious? We have been doing social media for the last couple years in WWE. We're asking people to vote on who's going to win the Royal Rumble this Sunday. We're asking people who's going to vote for a wrestling match. Think about that, Scott. Think about that with your brain. I mean, think about it. Think about it.
I am. Look, I thought
You don't think that's going to affect policy? You don't think that's going to affect the writing of a pay-per-view?
I didn't think
We don't know who's going to win. The fans decide.
Why are you whispering this to me but yelling?
I mean, because I don't want people to know the end of the Royal Rumble just yet.
All right.
One more thing.
Who's going to win the Rumble?
It's going to be The Rock.
What?
The Rock's going to win the Royal Rumble.
How? He's not in the Rumble.
That's how exciting WWE is right now.
Triple H, who's going to be on the cover of Wrestling the Game 1?
Well, this one's a little bit tricky, okay?
Is it?
It is a little tricky.
Okay.
Because we can't do likenesses of our own characters, what we're going to have is a paper cutout of several wrestlers from competent competitors.
Competent competitors?
Yeah, so you ever play that game Fire Pro Wrestling?
Yes.
It's kind of a good game. It's kind of a really good, difficult, confusing game to play.
Right.
Well, that's the control scheme we're going to have now, is Fire Pro Wrestling, and everything's going to feel like you're playing it with paper cutouts.
All right. I don't know how this is going to work out, but you guys have clearly made a business on surprising people all the time. So best of luck.
Surprise!
Thanks, Triple H. Thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for filling everybody in on what's going to happen.
Time to say, see you later!
Well, there you go. He's cleared up what's going to happen and where Take-Two's going to take all this.
I had Fire Pro Wrestling on Dreamcast. It was really hard.
I have it on Game Boy Advance.
It's also on Xbox Live Arcade right now.
But it's way different.
Yeah. It's hard.
It's not that hard.
It's pretty hard.
It's not that hard.
Isn't it hard?
You're a child.
My hands are.
My hands are children, but my brain is adult.
Yeah, my hands are children, but my brain is adult.
Oh, man, I forgot to show Triple H did you see this picture that Z-Shoe sent us?
Of Triple H's
balls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think those are leg tendons. Are those balls?
I don't know.
Scott, did they smell like balls?
I scratched my computer, but I couldn't sniff it so good.
All right.
They're
We're really heavy on the dicks this episode.
These are balls, Steve. These are
sorry.
dicks.
I've got a lot of explaining to do.
Well, Zishu sent us on Twitter. He just sent us a picture of Triple H's balls. Which
that actually looks like the SummerSlam we went to.
It does. It does. What, 10? SummerSlam 2010?
I think so.
Where they fought Legacy? And apparently Triple H's balls were out at one point.
Jeez, how could we miss that and the entire match?
I don't know how you could miss that because you're a ball hunter when it comes to wrestling.
Probably looking at my balls in the bathroom.
Well, thanks, Zishu. Thanks for sending us that.
Thank him like you mean it, Scott.
It was funny.
It was such an inflated thank you.
Well, because I don't know how excited I could truly be for seeing someone's balls.
You're an amazing actor, Scott. I know you are. But what's the most excited you think you could portray?
Hey, Z-Shoe, thanks for sending us those balls over at Curtain Jerks on Twitter.
Another morning in the doghouse.
Balls.
Flush.
Speaking of balls, Bully Ray and Brooke are married.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oh, you can't spoil it. It's happening. Love has found a way.
That is incredible.
That episode of Impact was so much fun. I was so excited for the end. It's like, no, stop. Shut up with wrestling. Just get to it.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I loved that I didn't know what was going to happen. I was like, probably aces and eights. But I don't know how you're going to do this.
I thought Bully was going to swerve. I thought something else was going to happen rather than tag.
I thought they were going to turn on Hogan and Amber Hogan, the daughter.
Thought Ambrose was going to come out and powerbomb everybody.
I thought Brooke was going to turn. I was excited.
Yeah, as much as a lot of people don't like TNA or Impact or whatever they're called this week, the fact that it was Taz that was a part of Aces and Eights and did the reveal, you didn't see that coming.
Suddenly it makes so much sense.
Does it?
The glasses, his stocky build, his mountain of a hoodie.
I don't see how that makes sense.
It makes sense to me. If you go back and look at any Aces and Eights footage, you could take a cutout of Taz and put it in front of that guy.
Wait, you think he was also back there recorded earlier today, and then he's like, "Whoop, got to get back out there and do commentary"?
No. I think that they did it in such a way that it was vague enough that when they plug him into it, it fits perfectly.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
It was him all along, Scott.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think if Taz turns out to be a full-blown heel announcer now, it's totally worth it.
And hopefully they'll start selling Aces and Eights t-shirts from a separate company, like you said. Like
That they're all orange.
Yeah.
You can buy the Taz ones.
How lame would that be if they all turned out to be orange Aces and Eights t-shirts?
Mine are orange, bro. You got to make them that way.
I demand it.
I that was fun. I truly understand now why Hogan didn't want to be at Brooke's wedding, because he didn't know who the hell Bully Ray's groomsmen were.
And he's
never met them, doesn't know who they are. Hey, this is Tommy Dreamer. This is Spike or Runt
or Old Man.
This is Taz.
He intros your own show. He does running commentary.
Shirt tear.
That's how he gets out of parking tickets.
Yeah, Hogan gets so confused at times he just tears his shirt in half, like, all these people are yelling at me.
Like how he sounds like Gomer Pyle.
Well, all these people are yelling at me.
I don't know what to do. So I thought that was fun. I can't wait. It's on tonight. We're recording on Thursday for a change, because you had your auditions.
Hey, don't make it sound like I've got a giant head that I could barely get in this door because I'm wearing a tuxedo now because I'm a big time actor. Okay, Scott?
No, you're just wearing a top hat.
Yeah. I'm only wearing a top hat. Look at these balls.
Dicks.
God, dude, so dick heavy. So dick heavy this episode.
Well, that wedding. Cockasode.
Please don't title the episode that.
All right, I won't. Well, it's time for jerk tweets. We have so many this week, and it's nice that you guys sent. We have an overflux. That's a word, right? Overflux?
Yeah, if we're building a time machine.
Exactly. We have an overflux that is fluxed our capacitor. So every week, what are we? Curtain jerks? Yeah, that's it.
Twitter, right?
Twitter.
Yeah, no. Twitter /
I have love on my brain. I'm so happy for Bully Ray and Brooke. A Japanese
Our
person,
love is like a babbling brock. Babbling brock.
I had the thought capacity of a Japanese person who is not able to congratulate Bully Ray and Brooke on their marriage.
Very excited though.
Oh, Bully and Brooke.
I was going the opposite side. It's because your guy can't speak English. My guy couldn't speak English, but was so excited to be there that he was like, yeah, and then just
congratulations, Bully.
And I imagine rapid fire Japanese and then just paragraphs of subtitles.
Yeah.
Well, most honorable groom.
Most honorable groom tease. So send us your hashtag jerk tweets. Twitter.com/ oh fuck, I do it every time / I'll never learn.
Anybody ever use /
I don't know.
Curtain jerks.
It's been bred into me from something.
God,
I don't understand.
There's one guy who's just biting his own fingers off right now. It's like
backslash. He says it. / curtain jerks. Just search curtain jerks on Twitter. You'll find us.
We're somewhere.
New tweeter sending us. Let's see here. Rio Yanez.
Are you sure it's not Rio Inez?
Oh, Rio Inez. Could be. Don't know.
Is it a Y?
There's a Y. Rio.
Yeah, that's Inez.
Well, yeah, but are you
Unless
saying
it's
like
two people
Rio
sharing
and
the Twitter?
Inez? That's what I mean. Like, it's probably Rio Yanez.
Yeah, that's what I...
God, it's Rio and Nez. Why won't these motherfuckers just answer my tweet?
God. What's your favorite memory of a jobber getting a fluke victory over an upper card star?
Oh.
What immediately came to my mind was when Godfather beat Triple H when Triple H was WWF champion.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus, when did that happen?
It's in
SmackDown, right? Sounds like a
Probably.
SmackDown. Sounds like a SmackDown.
Yeah, it was. I remember being completely shocked and thinking, that gigantic pimp just beat Triple H.
Now Triple H has to join his hoe train.
Oh, sucks for him.
At least he's got that giant belt to keep up his underwear.
And he better use some ball tape in order to cover up those balls.
Hey-o.
Hey-ho.
Hey-ho. I liked Undertaker and Jeff Hardy's close call ladder match. I thought that was pretty good.
True. but he didn't win.
No, we didn't. God, this is a hard game to play. I'm really bad at this.
What do you need? Specifics of your answer?
Didn't Jeff Hardy beat Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship
did.
on SmackDown?
Yeah.
I like that. I was excited.
Yeah, that was very fluky.
That was very weird because
That was a 2-man power trip.
That was a 2-man power trip. It was also weird because Jeff Hardy couldn't pick Triple H up, and I remember being very aware of that the entire match. It was like, man, a lot of drop kicks. A lot of forearm smashes in this match.
A lot of I'm going to leap at him. Phenom Classic 93, another tweeter. Thanks, guys. Phenom Classic 93 says, do you think WWE will guarantee the Royal Rumble? What is happening?
Scott, are you okay?
It's that, what do we eat for lunch? It's that udon.
Yeah, that was delicious.
Took away all my warm-up exercises of the lips and tongue.
Red leather, yellow leather.
This, again, another thing Japanese people can't say. River.
You know, I feel like we're really skirting something, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with it.
What do you mean?
Racism? No, it's not racism. I guess it's
joyful stereotypes.
Yeah, joyful stereotyping.
All right, you sensitive comedian.
Hey. I'm not only sensitive, I'm also not funny.
Boom, 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 boom.
The more you know.
Do you think that let me say it for real. Do you think WWE will guarantee the Royal Rumble winner the opening match of Mania for the 3rd year in a row? I hadn't realized that Stelly tweeted this. 2 years ago, Alberto Del Rio.
An Edge.
Yeah, opening match. He won the Rumble opening curtain jerker. Last year, Sheamus
And Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
All right.
Will this winner also be in the curtain jerker this year?
Not if it's Cena, right?
Rabadoo.
Think about that. They wouldn't put Cena that early on the card. Like I feel like it's at this point it's really indicative of star power, of the wattage of the superstars involved.
I hope they don't. It's a sad tradition that it's becoming. I like it to not be acknowledged on their end. I'd hate for them to go, yeah, you win the Rumble, you get to be at WrestleMania for the belt.
At the very beginning.
Yay, secondary belt. Here you go.
Don't worry, nobody will be excited.
Don't worry, and the Intercontinental match will come up later than this one.
Yeah, I hope not. That's what a terrible, terrible tradition.
Yeah, it's so I'm going to say no. I hope they don't.
I'm going to say yes because everything is terrible.
Oh, every internet fan. At Anil Sanger says, sorry, boys, I was away. Can you tell me every important wrestling moment for the past 6 months? Include Wade Barrett, please.
Well, I've got a great handy chart right here that I can go down at any... Oh, whoa, geez, Wade Barrett just burst into the room.
All right, I've been summoned.
Yeah, I was going to go down this list of all the great things that happened in the last 6
I
months.
don't need a list. I have a wrestling encyclopedic memory.
You just bent my dry erase board in half.
I bent it in half, and I'm sniffing the markers.
All right, Mr. Barrett, Wade.
Finley was a wrestler. See? I remembered that. Encyclopedic memory.
Oh, I thought you were getting high because of the markers.
All right, the last 6 months. In TNA, Austin Aries gave up his X Division title to face Bobby Roode at Destination X, where he won the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, that's right. This was a very critical moment in TNA history.
ODB and Eric Young are still the Knockout Tag Team Champions.
Yeah, that's ODB was gone for a while. She's back.
TNA hired announcer Todd Kenley.
Well, that's...
Brooke Hogan and Bully Ray had a forbidden love.
Yeah,
from Hulk Hogan.
I feel like we're only getting a small sort of...
They are now married together.
I feel like we're only getting a small slice of the wrestling
Chris
spectrum.
Park has been looking for his brother Abyss for quite some time, and in his search, he went to wrestling school and has become a pro wrestler. Or as we call in England, a dong grappler.
A what?
A dong grappler.
Is there a G? Is there 2 G's in there or just one?
It's a hyphen.
A donk grappler?
Dong grappler.
Oh, dong grappler.
Dong grappler.
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 Craplock.
Well, I'll say 6 months, Bobby Roode is off the chain.
Wait, Mr. Barrett, I feel like all of these are TNA related wrestling things. A lot of things happened in WWE also.
I don't watch that show.
I'm sorry?
I don't watch WWE.
You wrestle for WWE.
I wrestle for WWE.
This is huge news. Wade Barrett, you watch TNA, but you wrestle for WWE and don't watch the product?
No. Do you know how many shows they have? I don't have that type of time. I'm lucky if I get on any of the shows.
You're absolutely right. It's such a time investment. Maybe that's why you're such a good wrestler.
Encyclopedic memory.
Well, geez, Wade, I'm really glad that you could give us this information. I'm really glad.
Kid Cash is no longer a kid.
I guess it's just Mr. Cash now, isn't it?
Kenny King is not a king.
This is true.
Christopher York is a caveman.
Okay. All right. Now you're just getting mean.
Am I?
No.
Or is it all encyclopedic
I guess
memory?
if it's in your head, it's got to be
Dixie
encyclopedic.
Carter is not made of dicks.
That's she's a lovely woman. I'm glad we could make it through this whole time without you trying to punch me.
Bull hammer!
Oh, come on.
Slow motion bull hammer.
I'm just going to take it this time. I'm just going to let you hit me in the face. Oh, God, it's a big fist. I'm just going to step out of the way.
Miss.
All right, Mr.
I'm still Intercontinental Champion.
Congratulations. Thank you for joining us, Mr.
They're
Barrett.
welcome. Ooh.
Wow.
That was a recap.
That's quite a recap. I hope that was helpful because I did not know half of that stuff.
Well, see, there you go. You caught up. And hopefully Anil Sanger did as well. Brian Spoon 79 says Taz joining Aces and Eights came out of nowhere. What other angle or heel/face turn caught you totally by surprise?
Stone Cold turning on the Rock, WrestleMania.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one. It looked like he was peeing on the Rock afterwards.
What?
Remember?
No.
JR even mentions it. It's like, looks like he's urinating on the Rock.
He's pulled out his dick.
He's drinking while peeing. It's like eating a Subway sandwich while taking a dump.
Have you done that?
Yeah, it was Subway. It wasn't at a Subway. What am I, some sort of disgusting freak?
No, you're just a disgusting freak.
Oh my God, it was Togo's. It was not Subway.
Good.
It was Togo's.
It looked like it was peeing on him?
Yeah, that's WrestleMania X7, X8?
X7, yes.
That's what they called it.
17.
All right. At the end, JR makes mention that it looks like Stone Cold is urinating on the Rock.
What?
Because he's pouring beer, and it's like it's dripping down Stone Cold and just dropping and landing all over the Rock.
All right, I'm going to look for that and see if that happens.
If we can find a clip of it and you can get that audio, I think you'll be very pleased. No, that doesn't sound right.
I don't think so, but okay. For me, when the Undertaker turned, when he was the badass, and then he was out there when it looked like he was going to save JR from kissing Vince McMahon's ass, and then he said to JR, like, "You think you're better than me?" And everybody went, "Oh."
Did he have to kiss the Undertaker's ass?
No, it was saying like, I've kissed Vince McMahon's ass for years, and you think you're better than me? So then he shoved JR's face in Vince McMahon's ass, which we all know sadly gave JR Bell's palsy.
That's true. Vince McMahon's asshole is a cause of cancer.
Yeah, it's
just horrible disease. And
stay out of there.
Degenerative muscular.
That's why William Regal doesn't wrestle anymore. That's why Shane McMahon is gone.
That's why Trish Stratus has a lucrative yoga business in Canada.
Mm-hmm. Because she can stretch her lips up over her face.
It's terrible. What a terrible time in wrestling. What a horrific.
Would you have done it?
Kiss Vince McMahon's ass?
Yeah.
Like to be a character on TV?
Yeah. Like they want you in a segment, and it's like, all right, we have this idea. You're gonna do this thing. You're gonna kiss Vince McMahon's ass, and then you're gonna get a Stone Cold Stunner, and he's gonna pee on you afterwards, or at least it's gonna look like he's peeing on you, and JR's gonna make mention of it.
God, I don't think so.
Really?
But there's just something weird about kissing.
That's the richest ass you're ever gonna kiss.
I don't like setting limitations for myself.
That's a billionaire ass, Steve.
It's not a billionaire ass. It's a millionaire ass that could have been a billionaire.
I know at times that was a billionaire ass.
No. Don't wave that billionaire ass in front of me. Don't wave that.
So smooth.
Don't make
that is a bodybuilder who builds that body and keeps that ass super smooth and super rich.
Scott, please don't.
It doesn't sit on public toilets at any time.
He hovers.
He hovers and then has a personal Japanese super toilet that's brought in that massages that ass.
Scott, don't
And
try to sell me
afterwards,
on
Pat
kissing that
Patterson
ass.
licks it clean, keeps
Jesus
it nice.
Christ, Scott.
You want to kiss that ass
No.
on television? You get your SAG card.
No, I don't. That's not. I don't. I got a SAG card. That's also my heart sagging.
All dues are paid. You don't have to pay the entrance fee.
No, that is one due that is not worth paying.
Oh, dude,
Would you kiss
not
that
coming
ass?
out. Yes, I would.
That voice is an ass kissing voice.
You want to kiss that ass? Yes, I do.
That is an ass feasting voice.
Dum, 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 dum. You really wouldn't kiss his ass?
No, I would not.
Come on.
No.
What's it gonna take for you to kiss Vince McMahon's ass?
I save that for the asses of people I care about.
What? Would you kiss your mom's ass?
No.
You don't care about your own mother.
I'm a cold-hearted son of a bitch. Oh, I just said it.
Would you kiss your dog's ass?
No.
Your-
Well,
your
this one
cat- you
time
have a cat.
This one time, my cat had. I thought they were freckles on my cat's butthole, but it turned out that they were freckles on my cat's butthole, but they did taste like shit.
So you kissed your cat's asshole.
That
but you
joke
won't-
always needs explanation, and it's never worth giving.
Whose,
Wait, did I mention it has to be your bull?
whose ass in wrestling are you willing? This is my jerk tweet.
Yeah.
Hey, at A Steve Sears, whose ass in wrestling, not a diva or a knockout, whose ass would you kiss?
Maria Menounos. You didn't say a diva or a knockout.
In wrestling.
Yeah,
She
Maria
showed up
Menounos.
once. She's not
At
even
fucking WrestleMania.
She's not in the Hall of
at
Fame.
WrestleMania.
She is not in the Hall of Fame. No.
Not yet. She's
No.
not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yeah, we'll give it 2 years and then she will be, and then you can counter. But who in wrestling?
It'd be Triple H. Because if it goes wrong, he can clinch and kill me instantly.
You think he's got a cheese grater ass too?
No, isn't there that picture in his book where he's crushing a walnut with his ass?
What?
Maybe I made that up.
His workout book?
Yeah.
Is that why it didn't sell?
I remember my friend Nathaniel was like, yeah, I was flipping through it in a bookstore, and then it was just a full page picture of his ass. What a blue show. God, this is a really blue episode today.
Is it, or is it
Unleashed.
yeah, it's the color of Unleashed.
I think we're unleashed.
All right, so you'd kiss Triple H's ass.
Whose ass would you kiss? Oh, besides Vince, you sound like you.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, you made it sound
I'd
like you
kiss
kissed so
Vince
many
McMahon's
asses.
ass.
Good God.
Chris Bickley 5. All right, now Chris has written
Oh,
us-
back to business, huh? Oh, yeah, back to business.
I've already kissed that sweet ass on television. Took a Stone Cold
Kiss
Stunner.
those buttholes of your ears with beautiful sounds of radio podcasting.
Yeah, pucker it up.
Oh, yeah.
And Mad Dog with your balls.
Welcome back to the doghouse.
Chris Bickley 5. He has sent us this other jerk tweet that is massive in answering. So I'm going to put the other one on hiatus, where he was asking us to book the 4 main Mania matches. So we've done the World Heavyweight, and we did the Undertaker match. We're putting that on hiatus for this week because he's asked us a huge,
An
lengthy
even
thing.
bigger question.
It's so big, but it works out because we're going to talk about the Rumble anyway. So this gets us right into Royal Rumble
Would
excitement.
you say that this tweet is bigger than Rikishi's ass?
Oh, yeah, kiss that ass. It's got dimples in it. Who doesn't love a dimple?
God, I can't.
I love a dimple. Give him that smile. Give him that dimples.
God,
Smile
I don't
it
know
on
who
up.
this guy is, but he is creepy.
Chris Bickley 5 wants our Royal Rumble predictions. First 2, Final 4 winner. Oh, sorry. Final 4, the winner. Most eliminations. Longest time in. Shortest time in. Most creative spot. A.K.A. Kofi doing the handstand walk, or Morrison, jumping on the thing. Surprise entrance and returns. He wants to know it all.
I was about to say, how many characters do people get on Twitter?
7.
Wow. What an elaborate...
It's all code.
Yeah,
It's
what
all
an
code.
elaborate cryptography.
Yeah, well, the guy's good. He mastered the Twitter. So I got a couple theories on some of these.
All right, hit me.
All right. I'm going to say all of 3-man band will be in for 3 seconds each.
Really?
And then the crowd can chant 3-second band.
Oh, let's go. All right. No, I see it. All right.
Fuck you, booking. Okay, what else you got, kid? What else you got? But yeah, I think they're only in 3 seconds at a time, and it turns out to be humiliating for
You
them.
don't think they're going to be fodder? Just bodies in the ring? So somebody can...
Bodies out of the ring.
No, somebody who can then clear them all out? I mean, unless 3-man band all comes out together.
You got your JTG, you got your Yoshitatsu, you got your Tyson Kids.
I want those guys to be
Zack
dark
Ryder.
horses. I want those guys to be dark horses.
They will be. They'll be the darkest of horses in that they're never going to win.
All right.
This year. I think the most creative spot will be when Kofi Kingston gets knocked out of the ring and
Lands on a hoverboard and then goes around the ring, and then he goes over a pond, and someone was like, "Kofi, you bojo, you know that hoverboards don't work on water."
and then he has to jump back into the ring.
Yeah.
That's better than what I had. I think what will happen is Big E Langston will catch Dolph Ziggler,
Oh, that's good. I like that. I could see that happening.
and then he'll throw him back in the ring. I think Ryback is going to beat Kane's record of 11 eliminations.
Oh, I remember that year. That was a big deal.
2001.
Yeah, that was a big one. I didn't even see that. I remember reading it on WWE.com.
Ooh, that's a good one. We should watch this sometime.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Oh, you know what we could do? That could potentially be a Gets Jerked, that Royal Rumble.
Is it lame enough?
No, but it's good.
So it can be a good one?
Yeah, although we don't do good stuff, do we?
Yeah.
We do on occasion.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you do good stuff, it's like, do you really want to hear
this was enjoyable.
Oh, man, this was so cool.
Nothing funny about that. We
Yeah.
can extrapolate and find something, sure.
Yeah, we can make sure let's tell you why I'd be stupid if something dumb happened, but nothing dumb happened.
Nothing dumb happened. Drew Carey was in the Royal Rumble. Nothing funny there.
That was a great Royal Rumble.
I think Billy Gunn will return. Billy Kidman will return. And, of course, the Mountie.
Oh, of course.
What about
Where
you?
is this Rumble taking place? Phoenix, Arizona.
That's right. You're going.
I know. I was going to make a...
Our tickets are right here on the table.
Oh, man, those are some good seats.
I know. They're really good seats.
We had talked about this a little bit over lunch. Ziggler's
Where
is
the
first,
Udon
right?
took away my...
Their speech pattern.
Yeah.
Ziggler is either first or second,
Yes.
and I think it'd be really exciting to see him win.
Whoa. The guy needs more in his life, right?
Yeah.
He's got a gigantic black bodyguard. He's got a beautiful and adorable girlfriend. He's got a Money in the Bank briefcase.
And now he's got a title shot at WrestleMania that'll be in the curtain jerk of the whole pay-per-view.
Man, he's got too much.
Does he? The guy's a big shining star. He can't hold down a comment like that, Scott.
All right.
The other thing we were talking about, this isn't necessarily in terms of shortest entrance and most eliminations, but we were talking about the most exciting thing that you could do is there was two of them. The thing I had mentioned, I can't remember what the other one was, but if you have the two tag team partners who are sort of on the up and up, they're sort of they're coming up, and usually in every match it's like, oh, then they turn on each other, and it's like, what? It's every man for himself.
See what you're saying?
But every time they turn on each other, like they both get eliminated, almost like on this morality clause, which is like you turned on each other, so now you can't win. I'd want to see a tag team partner like a JTG or somebody.
He has no tag team partner.
Oh, Crime Time. Crime Time.
Let's go with
Prime Time players.
Yes.
So
Or about a team Hell No.
Team Hell No, Daniel Bryan and Kane. Like they're already established. I'd have to say like the Usos. Like if you had
Okay.
Jimmy turn, and then
Do you know the other one's name?
Jay.
Yep.
Yeah. I got.
Oh
this.
my God! Jimmy's turned on the shit. The other Uso.
Mr. Uso, Senor Uso, Uso-san.
My amigo Uso. Gosh.
Oh, jeez. But they turn, one gets eliminated, and then you want to see that other one. You want to see Jimmy go the distance. You want to either see him win or go to the Final Four, because I think at that point,
do.
If you're gonna do a tag team like turn on each other like that, I think you might as well legitimize it and have somebody go the distance.
Go fuck themselves.
Oh, fuck them. Well, one of them had to go fuck themselves and go back to the back. But I think storyline wise, that's really interesting. What was the other thing we were talking about? That was
We were talking about a lot.
yeah. Well, I guess the other one, it was Royal Rumble appropriate, but
Who do you think is going to come back for the Rumble? Who's going to, the music hits and you go, well, I don't know who that is. And then you see the graphic and you go, I know who this is.
I'd like to see The Undertaker. Not in the match, but I think he'll make an appearance.
Just show up and like, no thanks.
No, he'll show up to point at the WrestleMania sign. And then whoever, and some kid in the front row, and everyone's going to be like, oh my God, can that little boy beat the streak? And the little kid, he's got his Rey Mysterio mask on backwards, and he doesn't know he's on
Suffocating.
TV. Yeah. He's also a little chicken.
Oh. So who do you think might come back in the Rumble? That'll be a total surprise.
In the match?
Yeah.
Can't say Umaga, right?
Previously, well, that'd be difficult.
Okay.
Or it'd be Jay Uso coming back out and trying to pretend he's Umaga. And they're like, oh, Umaga looks sick.
He looks like he lost a lot of weight.
Last year, Road Doggy Dog.
Oh, that's right.
Previous year, Kevin Nash. Diesel, actually.
He came out as Diesel. That's right. Guess a little bit of a Hornswoggle special appearance, maybe? Anybody in the mood for a little bit of disappointment?
Who do you want to see?
Who do I want to see?
Yeah.
Christian.
Ooh, yeah.
I'd really like to see Christian. I think that'd be great.
'Kay.
Jericho, I think would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
any other non-Canadians?
Geez, not really.
What
Lance
about
Storm?
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if Jeff Jarrett came out? Wouldn't that be a total mind fuck?
A total swerve, and he's in that old, weird, funky gear
with the stripes on him.
He looked like a blue and white Iron Man, but just in his weird singlet.
I don't own TNA anymore.
Yeah.
Hire me, please.
And I'm Jeff Jarrett in the Royal Rumble.
I'm fucked.
Goldust. I'd like to see a gold. The marvelous Mark Marrow and his suit trying to sell someone a home.
Saw someone a home? Like an Amish person?
I thought isn't he in real estate now?
Oh, I don't know.
Luther Reigns.
Oh, God, no. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That was pretty harsh, but
that was rough.
I went to a lot of UPW shows. That guy was an outright dick to me and fan interaction. And like another show later, that guy was just a salty dog.
Yeah, maybe Scott. I know it sucks.
I'd love to have him on the podcast and hash it out. He's a gigantic man and would kill me. He's so fucking large.
What about Matt Morgan? I think that'd be exciting.
He's in TNA.
No, I thought
he's a tag team partner.
Did he?
Who?
Hernandez?
No.
Like, I got to see that fucking match again. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, you do, because it's the tag stuff that he's been doing with Joey Ryan.
Oh, Joey Ryan is great.
It's
Colt Cabana.
Matt Morgan and the Big Organ.
I'd want to see Colt Cabana.
Matt Morgan and the Big Organ.
Yes, another dick joke. I get it. We're killing it this episode.
You listeners at home have no idea that the Steve passing off on a dick joke is mind-blowing.
I love a good dick joke. I see what I did there?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, so who do you think takes it? Who do you want to see take it?
I want to see Ziggler win.
You want to see Ziggler win?
At the same time, I'd almost want to see Cena win so we can have a main event in WrestleMania that's later on in the card.
All right.
It's a tough call. It's really a tough call. The best part about the Rumble is getting to be excited and having it be fucking mind-blowing. The last time I was like my mind was blown during the Royal Rumble was the 40-man one that felt like it.
Yeah.
It felt like it was 3 hours.
I thought Santino was gonna win, and
and that Santino coming close was incredible. That was the surprise. Those are those moments we wait for in wrestling. That to me is on the same level as CM
Brooke
Punk.
and Bully getting married.
Exactly.
Taz going, hey.
Yeah, where did that come from? That's
I'm
on the
evil.
same level as CM Punk's Vegas promo. Is Santino almost winning there or almost winning at the Elimination Chamber? Like, those are the moments that we live for because we have to wade and swim through so much bullshit that when you see something that's actually exciting, it's like, oh, wow, that's what it's supposed to feel like all the time.
Okay, so let's run it down real quick because we're going. Is Royal Rumble your pick? Ziggler.
Yeah.
I go with Christian. Rock Punk.
Punk.
Punk?
That's who I want to see.
I go with Punk. All right. Team Hell No versus Team Rhodes Scholars.
Rhodes Scholars.
Ooh, me too. Rhodes Scholars.
This is what we talked about earlier. It's always fun for the chase. You always want to see the chase of the hero after the gold. The hero defending the gold is just a different story that has not been mastered yet, I feel like.
Okay. Alberto Del Rio versus Big Show.
Big Show.
Big Show for me as well. And let's see if and the biggest match of them all, Antonio Cesaro, United States Champion, versus The Miz.
Antonio Cesaro.
Me as well.
Yeah, that's a shame. I think that's a huge match. Is there an Intercontinental match?
No.
Why not? Scott, why not?
I don't know. I assume it has something to do with Wade Barrett not watching the show.
Sounds like a few too many swinging dicks in the writing room.
Oh, so swinging. All right. The race to Curtain Jerks GM.
That was another cock joke.
Was it? Veiled. The race to Curtain Jerks GM continues on. Last week, survival debate. Randy Orton's feces versus Rey Mysterio. You, the jerks, voted on Facebook, Twitter, and email, curtainjerks@gmail.com. And we have a winner. The winner that's moving on is Randy Orton's feces.
Wow, who would have thought that would go so far in the internet community?
It did. He got the majority of the votes, or it got the majority of the votes.
Hit
it. This week, we're having another survival debate. We have our two competitors. We have John Laurinaitis and Earl Hebner.
Gentlemen, please join us.
Yes,
Gentlemen,
please join us.
Here, have a seat at your podium with your microphone.
Earl Hebner, if you'd like to speak, so that way everyone, of course, knows your voice already, but, just sort of for vocal recognition.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Sure. Earl, it's a pleasure to...
Curtain Jerks, general manager.
You're not it yet.
That is my position, and I would like your vote for Curtain Jerks, general manager.
Okay, well, we're going to start the survival debate in a minute. We're going to give you and John Laurinaitis 5 minutes.
I'd like to take this time to thank and say hello to my illustrious competitor, John Laurinaitis.
Hello, Earl. It's a pleasure to see you. Haven't seen you in a number of years.
It's good to see you too.
Believe you were fired for selling T-shirts.
I think we should keep it about the debate.
Oh, we are. Just letting everyone know that I'm an honest man.
It sounds like we're already off to the races, Scott.
All right, let's start the timer.
We could do the questions.
John Laurinaitis, Earl
it sounds like you guys already know what you want to do. I mean, we do have a series of questions for both of you. I think that if Mr. Laurinaitis has something to say to me, he might say it outright.
I'm an honest man, and I just want to let everyone know that on my platform as Curtain Jerks GM, that I will provide more singing and musical numbers. As we all know, Les Miserables was a fantastic hit movie, the highest grossing movie probably of all of this year.
Is that true? Is that really true?
It's easily arguable that when Blu-ray and DVD comes out, everyone's going to want to get it in digital copy.
You think that they're going to have just as much revenue from the theaters as they are with the home entertainment system?
I couldn't understand a word that you said. You sound like a very a person that can't speak well.
Mr. Laurinaitis, please. Mr. Laurinaitis, let's try to keep it civil, shall we?
Some more singing and musical numbers. Here's a little ditty that I'd like to sing right now that could perhaps be on the opening of the show and make this podcast even greater because people like musical numbers. There's a boy in the neighborhood. Sometimes he is misunderstood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's one of the family. John Laurinaitis in charge of our days and our nights.
Wait.
John Laurinaitis is in charge of our wrongs
that sounds
and
like
our rights.
That's the Charles in Charge theme song with John Laurinaitis put inside it.
What's wrong with that?
John Laurinaitis is inside of Charles in Charge.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's
a hit TV show with a catchy tune.
You know what?
Fans would love to sing along with it. I'm sure they're rewinding right now and listening to John Laurinaitis in charge again.
Look, guys. I may just be a small mousy man, but let me just say one thing. I don't know if what this show needs is more music, but I think what it does need is T-shirts.
Oh, you're saying we need more merchandise. So you're looking at making money.
Yes. What I'm saying is that you guys, if you have T-shirts, you should let me see where the room is where you keep those T-shirts. And you should let me have a spare key to where you keep this room with the T-shirts. And then I'll take care of that room. I'll take care of that room so good.
Room.
Or if that room has a back door, I would just love to just get in through that back door. I get in that back door so good and look at those T-shirts.
This is outrageous. He's making this all super sexual.
No, what are you talking about? I'm talking about getting in a back room real hard. Greasing my body up so I can slide through a narrow passageway.
I will keep this on the wrestling theme. Would you like a wrestling song? Would you like that?
Mr. Laurinaitis, no, but I feel like you're going to.
It's time to play the game. Ha 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 ha.
I'm sorry, guys. I hate to interrupt, but can you do the G generation?
It's all about the game, and I play. It's all about control. John Laurinaitis can keep it under control.
This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous.
It is. Look, guys.
It's a hit theme song that people love. They hear that song come on, and they immediately get excited and spit stuff out of their mouth.
Listen to me. If I'm a Curtain Jerks GM, I'm going to force my way in through the back door, and I'm going to get T-shirts, and I'm going to get those T-shirts for everybody, sticky or not.
If I am Curtain Jerks GM, I will sing until my voice is sore, until my throat is just sore from gagging on song after song of just singing for you.
Well, that
pleasing your ears.
That was a blatant sexual metaphor.
I'm trying to keep up with you, Earl, you sexual deviant.
I don't know what else to tell you, but once I'm inside that womb, I'm going to just make a big old mess with those T-shirts and then make little T-shirt babies for everybody to have. We're just going to pass away T-shirt babies.
All right. Well, that's
thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much for your platforms.
Those are two very exciting platforms. I don't know who's going to win. Of course, you jerks decide. You vote on Facebook. You can leave us your vote there. Facebook.com/curtainjerks, Twitter.com/curtainjerks, and of course, you can email us curtainjerks@gmail.com. Send us your vote of who you want to survive.
And remember, vote for this session of the tournament of the
this round.
For this round, and all your other votes will carry over, and then we'll have everybody go head to head.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's heating up. So that wraps up this episode.
Gosh,
flew by, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could say it was really a bit of a hard episode to get through.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. Maybe my delivery was a little bit flaccid.
Threes. Come on.
Foreskin.
Well, of course you'll want to follow us all weekend
with gems
long.
Like that.
Yeah. If you want your Royal Rumble dick joke barrage, then of course Twitter. Follow us on Twitter. We're going to be tweeting all weekend long because we're going to Phoenix on Saturday, and we're going to be there at the Rumble tweeting live from the show. Just sending out all the funny, so you want to follow us.
Yeah.
So, for Curtain Jerks, I'm Scott Narver.
Hey, and I'm Steve Sears.
And we'll see you at the Rumble.
Scott, what a great show today.
All those amazing guests that showed up on there. Can you believe we got all those guys?
I can't believe so many hilarious things happened.
Oh, it's so much fun.
And what an exciting adventure.
You gotta have more. I gotta have more.
How can I get more?
Facebook.com/curtainjerks. Like us on there.
What a wonderful place to see photos of wrestlers and funny videos, the best, the worst matches.
Yeah, all of it's on there. And Twitter. Go to twitter.com/curtainjerks.
Oh.
You want news on upcoming guests and ongoings on of live events?
We tweet everything. We tweet at live events. We tweet watching live events. We tweet breakfast. We tweet lunch. We tweet
no dinner.
No dinner.
No.
Saying fighting
That's
trim.
Bible study.
That's Bible study.
Listen to Curtain Jerks on comedypodcastnetwork.com, Stitcher Radio, and on iTunes. It's all free.
All you got to do is rate and review.
Yeah, rate and review, subscribe, rate and review. That helps us grow massive,
gigantic,
like we
muscular.
Got some, steroids in us. We're the steroids filled up wrestling podcast.
Yeah, it's just a suplex of audio.
Squeeze my back knee.
You have received this transmission from the Comedy Podcast Network. For more shows, visit comedypodcastnetwork.com.